And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough one for them and for him because, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Now Tua. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Quick throw, caught out wide. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
5 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's Gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is tackled inside the 40, to the 35. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 180. To throw is gone. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 35 yards. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On first down, back to Achane. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during run down, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 1. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
44, ready.
On play action, here's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there. It takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't hook it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Up the middle, Achane. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Achane will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Gordon is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10. And they'll get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Goff now to throw. Finds Gibbs on a check down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Goff throwing again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jack Campbell with a pick.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Maverick! Hey, let's go. Go, 180. What's up?
Goff now looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Dolphins first down.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down.
Washington. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They'll run on first down with right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Not a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Allen going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Allen. Going up top. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. An extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football. They also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go now. 19, Sergeant. 70.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
19, Sergeant.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect. As that falls,
This upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And he comes back with one complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Throwing now is Allen. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And can they take advantage? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway.